Picture the internet as an iceberg. What you see is just the tip, the surface web. This is everything indexed by search engines, news sites, social media, e-commerce, blogs. It's the public, familiar part of the web, but it's less than 5% of the whole internet. Beneath lies the deep web content search engines can't access, like your email inbox, online banking, and private databases. These areas are protected by logins and paywalls, keeping your data secure and private. The deep web is vast and mostly harmless, essential for privacy and security. But within it is the dark web, a much smaller, intentionally hidden section. Accessing the dark web requires special tools like Tor, which anonymizes your identity by routing traffic through multiple servers. Dark websites use onion addresses, inaccessible by regular browsers. This anonymity can protect activists and whistleblowers, but it also attracts illegal activity. It's crucial to distinguish. The deep web is mostly legitimate. The dark web is defined by its focus on anonymity. While the dark web is infamous for crime, it's also a lifeline for those needing secure, private communication. Not all hidden parts of the internet are dangerous. Context and intent matter. Understanding these layers is key to any discussion about digital rights and internet freedom. The surface, deep, and dark webs each play a unique role in our digital lives. Knowing the difference helps you navigate the internet safely and responsibly. In India, simply accessing the dark web isn't a crime. There's no law banning the use of Tor or visiting anonymized sites. The law targets illegal actions, not the act of browsing itself. This distinction protects privacy and freedom of expression. The line is crossed when someone uses the dark web for criminal activity, like buying drugs, weapons, or engaging in fraud. Indian law applies equally online and offline. If it's illegal in the real world, it's illegal on the dark web. The anonymity of the dark web doesn't shield you from prosecution for crimes. Many use the dark web for legitimate reasons: journalists, activists, whistleblowers. Criminalizing access would harm these users and stifle free speech. Law enforcement focuses on evidence of illegal acts, not on who's using privacy tools. Your intent and actions are what matter under Indian law. Exploring out of curiosity is legal, committing crimes is not. Agencies are getting better at investigating crimes on anonymized networks. The digital world isn't lawless. Laws follow you, even into its darkest corners. Remember, it's not where you go online, but what you do there that counts. Using the Tor browser in India is legal. No law bans anonymizing software like Tor. It's a tool for privacy, not a crime. Tor encrypts your traffic and hides your location, protecting your online identity. The confusion comes from Tor's association with the dark web, but the tool itself isn't illegal. Like any technology, Tor can be used for good or bad. What matters is your intent. Journalists, lawyers, and citizens use Tor to protect privacy, bypass censorship, and communicate securely. The law punishes criminal acts, not the use of privacy tools. Banning Tor would harm legitimate users and undermine digital rights. Tor was even developed to protect government communications. If you use Tor for legal browsing, you're within your rights. If you use it for crime, you're subject to prosecution. Law enforcement targets illegal activity, not privacy software. The focus is always on the crime, not the technology. In India, privacy tools are legal, misusing them is not. Is Bitcoin illegal in India? No. There's no law banning cryptocurrencies. The Supreme Court overturned the RBI's ban on banks dealing with crypto in 2020, legitimizing the industry. The government now regulates crypto, introducing taxes and compliance requirements. Using Bitcoin for legal transactions is allowed. Using it for illegal activities, like buying drugs or laundering money, is still a crime. The law targets the criminal act, not the currency. India's approach is cautious regulation, fostering innovation while preventing abuse. Crypto gains are taxed, and transactions are monitored for compliance. This creates a paper trail for law enforcement to follow. Bitcoin is legal, but users must follow tax laws and avoid illegal uses. The medium isn't the crime, the action is. Stay compliant, and you're on the right side of the law. In 2020, Bengaluru police cracked a major drug case linked to the dark web and Bitcoin. The investigation began with narcotics bought online and paid for in Bitcoin. Authorities uncovered a hacker Sri Krishna Ramesh, involved in multiple cybercrimes and crypto thefts. Police used blockchain forensics to trace Bitcoin transactions following the digital trail through the public ledger. Even though Bitcoin is pseudonymous, investigators linked addresses to real identities using exchange KYC data. When suspects tried to cash out, their identities were revealed. The case proved that crypto anonymity isn't absolute. Blockchain analysis can expose criminals. As forensic tools improve, law enforcement is catching up with cybercriminals. The Bengaluru bust showed Indian police can navigate the dark web and crypto crime. Digital evidence leaves a trail, no matter how complex the web. Criminals using crypto face growing risks of exposure. The case is a warning. Digital crime is traceable. Law enforcement is adapting fast to the new digital frontier. The WazirX case highlights how Indian authorities track crypto-based money laundering. In 2022, the Enforcement Directorate froze WazirX's assets during a probe into predatory loan apps laundering money via crypto. Funds were routed through dummy accounts, converted to crypto, and sent to foreign wallets to hide their origin. Blockchain analysis traced these transactions despite attempts to obscure the trail. The ED alleged WazirX had weak KYC and anti-money laundering controls. Exchanges are key choke points. Regulation and compliance are essential. Law enforcement can follow crypto from Indian exchanges to international wallets. The case warns exchanges and users authorities are watching for financial crimes. Regulatory compliance is mandatory, not optional. Crypto offers pseudonymity, but it's not invisible to investigators. The WazirX probe pushed the industry towards stronger self-regulation. Transparency and accountability are now central to India's crypto ecosystem. The message: misuse crypto and you will be traced. The Information Technology Act 2000 is India's main cyber law. It covers electronic transactions and cybercrimes, including those on the dark web. Section 66 punishes hacking and computer-related offences. Sections 66C and 66D address identity theft and online scams. Sections 67 and 67A criminalize sharing obscene or explicit content online. These laws are used to prosecute crimes like child abuse material and online fraud. The Act also regulates intermediaries, ISPs and platforms, requiring them to remove illegal content when ordered. Updated guidelines now demand proactive moderation and cooperation with law enforcement. The IT Act is vital for tackling illegal online content, but it's aging. New tech and global cybercrime pose challenges the Act didn't foresee. There's growing demand for updated laws to address modern threats. Despite its limits, the IT Act remains the backbone of India's cyber legal framework. The law is evolving to keep pace with the digital world. India's legal net for dark web crimes goes beyond the IT Act. The Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita (BNS) modernizes criminal law, covering digital fraud and organized crime. The NDPS Act targets drug trafficking, a major dark web offense. Buying or selling drugs online is a serious crime under NDPS. Law enforcement monitors packages and traces them to buyers and sellers. The Arms Act tackles illegal firearms trafficking, another dark web risk. Buying or selling unlicensed weapons online is a prosecutable offense. These laws ensure criminals can't hide behind digital anonymity. The focus is on prosecuting illegal acts, not banning technology. Financial fraud, drug deals, and arms trafficking are all covered. The challenge is tracing identities, not a lack of laws. India's legal system is equipped to handle digital crime. The real hurdle is unmasking perpetrators and gathering evidence. India is ramping up its fight against cybercrime and dark web threats. Specialized cyber forensic labs now support police with advanced digital evidence tools. These labs help analyze devices, recover data, and trace blockchain transactions. CERT-IN, the National Cybersecurity Agency, monitors threats and coordinates responses to cyber attacks. It works with law enforcement and international partners to track malicious activity. Public awareness is a key defense. Campaigns educate citizens about online risks and reporting cybercrimes. Initiatives like the Cyber Swachhta Kendra and National Cybercrime Reporting Portal empower users. An informed public reduces the number of victims and strengthens digital safety. India's strategy combines legal frameworks, technical expertise, and education. The goal, a safe, innovative internet that's not a haven for crime. Cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility, from government to individual users. The fight against digital crime is ongoing and evolving. Together, these efforts make India's digital world safer for all.